right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream for the Stepmaniax Tournament here at Level Up Pinball Bar. My name is Tommy B. I will be your commentator and host tonight. Get ready to let it dance. First up, we have Mike and Dan going up tonight. If you're new to the Stepmaniax scene, like I am, these guys are pretty awesome. They dance amazingly. You're going to be able to see all the moves on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, where those feet go. Everything is based off of score, so whoever is the closest to 100,000 points is going to move on to the next round. This is a double elimination tournament, so you have to lose twice before you are kicked out. Tonight we are changing up the rules a little bit. You can, if you do not like the song someone picks, you can change that song one time. But it will be random, so you don't know if you'll get something good or not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Side. Mike is one of the newcomers coming into Stepmaniax. He is still trying to learn the game, but man, he is well on his way to becoming a great Stepmaniax dancer. Look at that slow down. Watching and the audio is too loud, let me know. I will be more than happy to make some adjustments. Right now, we're kind of on the fly with this. All right, and Dan takes the first round. That is going to give song choice to Dan for the next one.
Good dreaming. Remember Katie.
Now you will notice a level difference only with Mike here tonight. Mike does play on the lower level, but it is still the same amount of points you can earn. So with that being said, you can be on a lower level and still come close to 100,000. But it's all about how well you hit those notes. The more perfect you are, the more points you get. Dan doesn't use the bar, he all free steps all of this. And that is gonna put Dan through to the next round. takes the right side.
Select the next song. This is the beginning.
That's going to put Katie on the left.
Yeah, the first song is picked by you, yes,
Garrett is our reigning champion here at Level Up Pinball in the Stepmaniax Tournament. He did win the first one. Let's see if he can pull it off again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because it's about to get crazy.
You did 22?
Garrett working on that perfect right now. Looking good. Katie hot on his heels though. Looks like she's only down by 1,000. She could catch up. Garrett misses one note. The right side upper note has been a little flaky, but they're still playing it through. Just got to hit it a little bit harder. It's a tight race. This could be anybody's game. Woo! And Garrett squeaks by for the first win. All right. That's going to give Garrett song choice for the second one. All right. What's he going with, folks? Ready up, get their settings straight, and away they go. gonna squeak by on that one, putting Katie into the loser's brackets. All right, let's check out the brackets after 2 rounds.
Arlen and Kid Crab. Arlen has lane choice or song. Left side it is. Kid Crab, song choice first.
All right, and here we go with song choice. Yes. Yep. So the way this works is whoever wants to pick a lane or a song, they can do. Arlen picked lane choice. She wanted the left side. So that's going to give Kid Crab the first song choice. And here we go. Doesn't get much closer than that, folks. Arlen able to squeak by even after missing one of the notes. All right, she now has song choice. This is it. What will she pick? All right, a little bit of a water break, a breather, and now a song.
This is how we do it.
Go with the song. She's still thinking about it. Is that the one that takes Kid Crab down?
I can do anything. Except maybe like
up. It's about to get fast. Gonna squeak out the second song. Gonna squeak out the second song, putting Kid Crab into the loser's bracket.
That's gonna put Conti and Jerry up to the stage. Conti, you get either lane choice or song choice. All right.
Conti chooses lane. Here we go.
Selected. Select options.
Oh, that's right. I forgot mine. That's all right. 307.
All right, Conti connects to the game.
Hey! So I picked first? Yeah. All right.
All right, song choice goes to Jerry first. Let's see what he's thinking tonight. Once again, if the other person does not like the song they have chosen, they can use the random card. The random card means they can choose a different song one time in this tournament. Here we go, little hypnosis. Good luck. take the first round, and Conti gets to pick the next song. Conti's got some making up to do here. Jerry handled that one pretty good. Jerry agrees with the song. Here we go with some Elysium. That's going to put Jerry through to the next round. Let's check out the brackets after round one here. All righty. All right, next up we've got the losers bracket first round. I need Mike and Katie. Mike has lane choice or song first. All right, Katie gets first song. Let's see what she picks. Set with Under the Bed. Mike once again still learning the ropes, but getting better every day. Here they go. Katie with a 471 full combo. Able to squeak out the win against Mike there. Now Mike has song choice. He's got to come across big on this next song or he's heading home. Shift by Fool. Both of them going for a little hard action instead of the wild. And here we go. Another full combo. Combo. Katie goes away with that win. And that is going to put her into the next round.
Kid Crab and Conte, come on down. Kid Crab gets either lane choice or song first.
All right, Kid Crab taking the lane choice, going for the left side. Left side seems to be the favorite side tonight because we all know the right side, that up arrow, being a little wonky.
Selected. Select options.
But Katie's showing everybody how it's done on that right. All right, everybody getting logged in and ready. If you're just joining us for the stream, this is our second annual Stepmaniax Tournament here at Level Up Pinball Bar. If you haven't been up here before, come on up and see us. We not only have Stepmaniax, but we've got 31 pinball games, 20 plus arcade games, and a ton of prize games for kids to win. We are all ages here, so listen, come on up and check us out. Have a drink, have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Crab able to come away with the full combo and the win of the first round. And that's also going to give him song choice for song number 2. Something a little bit easier to dance to. Trying to take Conti out of the contest. All right. This is how we win right here. And away we go. As Kid Crab goes on to the next round of the brackets. Let's see where we're at now. All right.
Next up, we have got Dan and Garrett. Dan has either lane or song choice. All right.
Right. It's already, yeah. In this
Left lane is where everybody wants to be at tonight. Right one being a little wonky. Just needs a little more love is all it needs. Let's go, Dan. Ow, ow. Welcome to the chat there, Bradley. All right. Garrett's going to have song choice first. All right, a little July action. Ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, hang on. It's the reigning champ versus Dan. how it's done on the right side with a full combo and just a couple hundred short of a perfect game. That is some precise stepping right there. I agree, Bradley. They shouldn't be grabbing the bar. We're going to take the bar out for the next tournament. Just kidding. We won't do that. All right. Dan fighting for his life right now. Trying not to go into the loser's bracket. What's going to take Garrett off? All right. A little polarized? Yes, that's the name, polarized. All right, here we go. Hang on to your feet. Once again, Garrett showing how it's done with the precision. Getting him to go through. Let's check the brackets now, see where that puts us at.
All right, Arlen and Jerry, come on down.
And that is going to put Arlen and Jerry.
Arlen has lane choice or song. Yeah, she's going for the left. Even though Garrett showed us, the right still works.
All right, let's see how this one goes.
Select options.
So that is going to give Jerry song choice. Arlen going for the left side.
Sure about this? Alright, I'm picking first then, right? Yeah. Okay. So, I want to do the one that we did a while back. Where is,
Tell me right now.
No, I'm not. Maybe. Shoot. Oh, wow. I want to do so deep. The DDR version.
I hear that, Garrett. I hear that. Both of them doing amazing, though, tonight. It's crazy how great everyone is here on Stepmaniax. Puts a smile on my face for the next hour or two, just watching everybody dance. I hope it's putting a smile on everyone else's face tonight, watching these amazing people do their DDR, aka Stepmaniax. All right, first song has been chosen, and we've got So Deep. Here we go.
Middle arrow, thank you.
Arlen barely loses that one. But there's still one more song to go, and it's Arlen's choice. Let's see what song Arlen's going to go with. It looks like it might be Mothership. Will Jerry use his random? All right, they decide the song is good, and that's what they're going with. Arlen fighting for her life right now. Let's see if she can take it home after this song. If she does, a random song will be chosen. Here we go. Arlen's gonna squeak out the victory to stay alive. Full combo by both players that time. So here's how the tiebreaker works. They are gonna hit the random button, and that song is gonna be played by them. Here we go. Pick the random button, and let's see what happens. All right, Outbreak it is gonna be. Looks like it might be a new song for everyone. All right, they are gonna catch their breath real quick after that last song. All right.
Oh, you're incredible. I thought it was closer than that. That was the best thing. Yeah, I'm trying not to look at your side too much and that's mine.
All right, folks, for the third song, it is a random choice. They are just catching their breath real quick while they get ready to play their final song.
Exactly, that's what it is.
Keep in mind, they are still in the winner's bracket, so that does not mean they are out after this song. They still have a chance. Arlen trying to get a grasp of the song. All right, here. All right, here they go. Hang on, everybody. One more song to see who goes on to the next round. to squeak by at the end there and get the win. Wow, what a match, folks. That is gonna put Jerry through to the next round and give Arlen a break.
Dan and Katie, come on up.
And that is gonna put Dan and Katie, loser bracket, coming up. All right, Dan and Katie are up. All right, they get logged in. Got their song ready. This is to stay alive in the losers bracket. One person's moving forward, the next going home.
Ready. Go for it.
Take away the win on the first song.
That was excellent.
Is fatigue starting to kick in? We will see here soon enough.
Select the next song.
Katie going for the win, Dan fighting for his life.
Get ready. Action.
Yeah.
Gustavo.
Wow, Katie squeaks by about 100, 300 points, 400 points, less than 400 points. Katie squeaks by, and that is gonna put Katie through to the next round.
Kid Crab and Arlen.
Kid. All right, Kid Cab takes lane choice, giving the favorite lane to Arlen, the right side. All by design, he said. All by design. Arlen's got to give a little more pressure to that up arrow, and she'll be okay. Alright, looks like it's going to be the big boss for the song selection.
It was the first song, and you had to get less than 2 perfects to move on round 2. I was like, what? The standard was just much higher than my skill level.
How much more steam do these dancers have to make it to the final round? Stay tuned, because here we go. Out a full combo and a 99,455. That is going to give him also song choice going into the second round.
14 is good. I'll take it. That's my new record.
See what song he's thinking about right now. Woo, going for a level 25. Wow. Will Arlen use her random at this point? Or is she going to choose it as well? Looks like they're going for it. Here we go. Arsene's Bazaar. Ready and ready. Kid Crab able to squeak by on that one. All right.
That's going to bring Garrett and Jerry up to the platform. Garrett, lane choice or song? Woo!
Garrett said he's not scared of picking the song first. All right. Garrett has given up lane choice so he can have the first song. Keep in mind, though, that if Jerry doesn't like the song, he can use his one random. Song, The Big Blue and the Big Blue Bouncy Ball. What a title there, huh? All right, looks like it's gonna be Kaibo for the song choice. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting down to the wire. gonna take round number 1 on that one. Couple of extra steps made on that one.
Thank you.
Has Garrett made a bad decision choosing the right side? Even though it's done well for him tonight. Is this destiny? Here we go. Destiny it is. Jerry going for the win. Garrett trying to stay alive right now and not move into the loser's bracket. All right, here we go, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Garrett stays alive for one more round. Now, it is the dreaded random button. The random button of doom. What song will be the final song between Garrett and Jerry? Jerry catching his breath right now. Simply amazing what these guys do, though. All right, the random song is Take Me Away. Final song between these two to stay in the winner's bracket. Jerry needs one more minute. Gotta catch that breath.
I should have picked that song.
I don't know. I was a little worried. If it had a longer screen, I might have.
All right. Jerry sees his eye on the prize. He knows he's got this. Garrett's still our reigning champ right now. Garrett on the right side, Jerry on the left. Reversed if you're watching it on TV. Here we go. squeaks by at the end for an extra 300 plus points. Wow, 400 points separating them. Absolutely amazing. Let's see where we're at in the brackets now. All right, and that is going to put
Katie and King Crab, come on up.
All right, what an ending to that last round. My goodness. All right, we are getting down to the finals here. We got Garrett moving on to the finals. Katie and Kid Crab will face off against Jerry here in just a second. Here we go. Looks like Katie's going for the lane choice. Kid Crab on the right side with the song choice. Alright, looks like we're going for Dystopia. Katie thinking about using her random. Is this the one? Is this the one? Katie has the option to choose one random song if she doesn't like what's picked. Alright, they choose on the song. It's going to be Turbo. Woo! Here we go, folks. Both of them fighting for their lives. Let's see who wins round one. Here we go. Kid Crab coming away with the first round. That's going to give Katie the next song selection. She is now fighting for her life. What song is Katie thinking about tonight? both agree. Kid Crab gets dialed into the song. He's ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Katie fighting for her life. Here we go.
Creatures appeared to the sound of the toy. Their red eyes were gazing at the little boy. Slowly and surely, they were coming for him. The lights in the house were beginning to dim. He turned around and started running home, being chased by skeletons, werewolves, and a gnome. He tried to hide behind a giant willow tree, but someone whispered in his ear, "Trick or treat."
And even with a full combo, Kid Crab is still gonna get the win on that one. And that is gonna put him through to the next round. Good matches by all there. Kid Crab going through to the next round.
That's going to put Jerry and Kid Crab up. Jerry with lane selection or song. All right. If you need a minute, Kid Crab, take it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting down to the wire. Winner of this match is going to go up against Garrett. Hang on to your feet, folks. It's about to get crazy.
I pick first.
Yeah, I like that before right now.
All right. You use your random? Got it. All right, Jerry has used his random for the next song. Not going to let Kid Crab have his selection. So now it's going to be this song, whether they like it or not. Here we go, folks. It's going to get crazy. All right, Kid Crab, get dialed in on this one.
That was scary.
Going for a little sensitivity check. As the settings, takes a deep breath, readies up. Here we go, folks.
I'm not throwing money.
Semifinals. random. Jerry not able to keep up with Kid Crab's perfect steps. Loses by a couple thousand right there. But he does have song selection, but Kid Crab has his random choice still.
Is it semifinals? Yeah. So winner of this play, Garrett. It's over.
All right, it's gonna be speed over Beethoven. Kid Crab's gonna use his random, and it's gonna be Paradox. All right, both randoms have now been used. No random options for whoever goes on to the next round to face off against Garrett. Keep in mind, though, if Garrett does not win the final match, he's got to lose twice because he has yet to lose. All right, they get a drink. And here they go. Paradox it is. Somebody's going on to the finals. It's going to be close. Oh, and by 121 points, Jerry's going on to the finals. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it is 1-1. I'm keeping up.
Oh, shoot.
So it is a random song for the last one, and here we go. Tatsuno Shin. 1-1, and here we go. Winner of this round going to the finals. All right, they collect themselves.
All right.
Here we go, folks.
I let go of the one arrow.
This is quite the heated battle for who sees the go to the finals. All right, good luck, fist bumps, and here we go. And Kid Crab squeaks it out at the end. Wow, folks. I mean, wow. All right, let's get Kid Crab into that final spot.
All right. Of course, that's going to put Garrett and Kid Crab up. Let's take 1 minute to catch our breath here for Kid Crab.
All right, as Kid Crab collects himself for the final battle, Garrett has decided he wants to have song choice.
You have lane choice, sir, Kid Crab.
All right, Kid Crab is going to go for the right side, it looks like. Or is it the left? Oh, he is going for the left side, giving Garrett the right. So here's how the finals work. Garrett has yet to have a loss. That means Kid Crab has to beat him twice. Not once, but twice. Here we go, folks. It's time to see what happens in the finals.
Confirm the selection. Options.
Songs.
Like I know how this is gonna go, but
You never know. I'll try that.
Here we go.
Moving through the galaxy. When I start, I'm emotional, taking me all sweet and considerate heart. Everyone tries to make you sure I'm the reason to come back here just to
got to win this next song to make it through to the next round. Garrett takes round number 1. Kid Crab now with song selection. Garrett still has his random in case he doesn't like it. Kid Crab getting crazy with it, going to the wild 25. Garrett seems to give the nod of approval. All right. Looks like Garrett's okay with it. They get their settings ready. And away we go again. Here we go. This could be the final round. Kid Crab fighting for his life. Garrett's gonna come away with the win tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, that is our Stepmaniax Tournament right there. Let's get a little trophy winning going on here for the ceremony.
All right. Woo! Kid Crab, good job, brother. Really, good job. All right, everybody. Well, that concludes our tournament for today. If I could get Jerry up here on the stage for third place. Second place coming in, we've got Kid Crab. And first place, we got Mr. Gary once again. If I could get you all up on the stage for a little picture here.
Look over here.
All right. And then look over here. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I cannot thank you all enough for coming out tonight to level up for this Stepmaniax Tournament. We're going to do this on the third Wednesday of every month moving forward. We've already got it on our calendar. So listen, tell your friends, tell your family, get them up here to dance. Somebody's got to beat Garrett next month if he's here. Woo! Until next time, everybody, safe travels. We'll see you next time. Oh. Let me get this real quick. Let me say goodbye to everybody online real fast. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our stream today. My name is Tommy B. Thank you for joining us here on the stream. I hope to see you next time.